Welcome back, Burnitos and Gamers, to day 17 at 6 a.m. I don't understand what the one hearth fire part about that means, because I never really understood the calendar of Morrowind very much. Thank you for your hospitality. We're going to start off our new day. We're going to explore more about Balmora. This is kind of a hub. This is kind of the hub world of the game. You're going to come back to Balmora almost consistently throughout the game, many times. Let's check out the temple. Now, this is actually my third attempt trying to record because I found a bug, and I'll explain why in just a minute. It's very frustrating. I don't know why. If you're playing the Game of the Year edition on Steam and you have MGSO 3.0, this is a bug, and I'll explain why. So here's the temple. It's very red. I don't know why they made it so red. It's because there's a lot of red candles. It's very dark and gloomy. The Dunmer temples, they worship saints and Daedra, something like that. Not really worship. They kind of revere. It's kind of hard to explain. It's hard to explain the temple, and we'll probably try to get some more information on that. The bug, however, is right here. Ilan Favran. If you talk to him, nothing happens. You talk to him about anything you want. It's fine. You can have him enchant something for you, or not. It's fine. You leave. No big deal. However, and you can see by me doing bug test saves, if you talk to him and click barter, you can go to barter just fine. But if you do any bartering and then try to say goodbye, the game crashes. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. And if I'm wrong, like if anyone else is playing the MGSO mod as well as I am, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But we're gonna ignore him for that very one reason. So, temples have these like ashen pools, which I believe are just the ashes of the dead. You know, it would be more like, it'd be more specific to call the temples of the Dunmer a cult, because they do a lot of quote unquote cult-like things, but they are the established religion of the region of Morrowind and the imperial church that worships the 9 divines, which based on the other games is a much more legitimate religion of the games and the whatchamacallit, it's much more legitimate religion of the world of the Elder Scrolls, is called a cult, which is, it's very interesting. So the temple does not have the same kind of shrines as the Imperial cult do. They have these different shrines to each group. 25 receive a blessing. You can either get Realm's Grace, Cure Poison, Cure Blight, or Cure Disease. You have to come to a temple to cure Blight. Realm's Grace, on the other hand, fortifies something, and it's a very small bonus, but in this case we fortified our endurance a little bit, right? How long does it last? I don't know, but it's down there. I believe it lasts for maybe a day. You can also get different bonuses depending on which one you get. So Realms is endurance. Let's get here and get the Rock of Lothis, right? Rock of Lothis fortifies willpower. How long does it last? I don't know. But we got a nice little bonus to willpower and endurance. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how long it lasts. How about this? 7 a.m. Let's just wait an hour at a time. So it lasts 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, okay, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8. Still going. 9. 10. 12. And just for shits and giggles, let's wait 11 more hours. Or, yeah, 11 more hours. Wow. It's still going strong. And we go to the 24. There it is. So, it lasts a whole day. It lasts a whole day. 35 for a 5-point blessing for the whole day. I believe if you go to the Temple of Vivek, all of the different shrines are there. So going to Vivek to get bonuses before, say, a big fight, a big boss fight, might be worth your while. Now I'm kind of hesitant to talk to anyone. I'm kind of hesitant to talk to anyone because I don't know what's going to happen to the recording. Let me stop the recording here at 6 minutes and let's just do some testing about all the people in this room. Okay, everything checks out fine.
But make it quick.
You can buy stuff from this guy. He sells a small amount of potions. Nothing big deal. Spells he's got. Absorb Fatigue, Vivek's Mercy. Some pretty high spells here. Oh, Restore Fatigue. Yes, we'll do that. We'll do Veloth's Grace as well. Ooh, Vivek's Tears. Cure Blight Disease. Another Cure Blight Disease potion. That's pretty cool. And free action. This isn't... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't do this. When you're paralyzed, you can't take any actions. This is useless. Why is... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it just because. I'm going to buy it just because next time I get paralyzed, I am going to try to use that. I doubt you can, though. Because you literally can't take any actions when you're paralyzed. I'm going to buy it, though, because it's only 50 gold. I still have another 2 grand of gold. Wow. Ooh, acrobatics up to 28. That's cool. There's also another person you can buy stuff here. Also tested. Also tested. You can buy stuff from this person. Oh, yeah. There was also something else. Odai. The river Odai flows through the center of Bamara to the coast near Hill Ode. Morag Tong is different than the Kimona Tong. The Kimona Tong is basically just a bandit, like a gang. It's a mob. It's a mafia. The Kimona Tong is basically the mafia that is loyal to Morrowind and hates Outlanders and hates the Empire. They want to preserve slavery. They want to preserve the drug trade. They want to get any kind of Imperial law. They hate Outlanders. You can never ever join the Kimona Tong. They'll always be your enemy. The Morag Tong is an assassin's guild, though. The Morag Tong is an assassin's guild that handle the sacred killings. Basically, you give money to the Morag Tong. They're basically the Dunmer's version of the Dark Brotherhood. I think you can join the Morag Tong. I think you can join the Morag Tong. And I'm not entirely sure if you can join the Dark Brotherhood or not. There might be a way to join the Dark Brotherhood, but I don't remember. It's not as easy to join the Dark Brotherhood as it is to join the Morag Tong, but it's absolutely hard enough to join the Morag Tong as it is. It's not like in Oblivion where as soon as you kill someone, you'll be visited by the Dark Brotherhood. It's nothing like that as it is in Oblivion or even Skyrim for that matter. It's much more difficult.
I will listen, Outlander. Make it quick.
You have some potions just to buy. I'm gonna buy. How much do those weigh? Those weigh a pound each. I'm gonna buy those. Oh, you know what? I don't need to buy them anymore. I don't need to buy them anymore because I have... Or did I just bought it. What is it? What was it called? I don't remember what it's called. Not Realm's Cure. Rest of St. Maris. I failed. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, I just realized what I did. Oh my god, I gave myself a spell that when I use it, I'm only going to use it when I'm low on fatigue, but my lower fatigue makes it harder for me to cast spells. Damn. Damn. Restoring fatigue in this game is much more difficult than in other games. What do we got here? Lara Amen. Spell making. Here we go. This is the cool shit, right? So I have Restore Fatigue. And I want to do it on self, right? And I want to do it, let's say, for 300 seconds. 10 points of fatigue per second for 300 seconds. 150 point cost, negative 43 spell chance, right? Impossible. But if I were to do it like this, 10 points for 30 seconds equals 300 fatigue restoration, which I could basically use at the start of a fight to keep my fatigue up. Or I could do it 1 second and give myself 100 fatigue restoration for 10 mana, 96% spell chance. Price is 70. So boom, I can give myself a 100 point fatigue restore spell, usable whenever I want, and it only costs 70. Spell making is so useful in this game, even when you're playing the base game, not even the MGSO version, because I'm pretty sure the MGSO version doesn't change the spell making in any way. It makes some changes to how you can make spells, but that's it, right? So if I add the restore health, so let's say I want to add 50 health or 40 health, right? That way I can give myself a full heal. 76% chance, 30 point magic cost, just bar none, absolutely restores everything. Not very good on the chance, but it's very good nonetheless. I could do restore fatigue. I could just do a straight up restore health potion. Restore health potion. I could do a straight up restore health. I could just do max restore health, 22 point cost. You could do a variable one, which causes less of a cost, but the variable is sometimes detrimental to you, because if you cast it, then you get nothing back. So let's say I do 30 to 50, 20 point cost, 86% spell chance. Very nice. I could do 10 points for 60 seconds. That's not possible. 10 points for 40 seconds is not possible. How can I just do one? Oh, there you go. I gotta do the arrow. So let's say I want to do 10 points for 5. That's 50 points. That's pretty good. So that's a possibility. So you can make a spell like that. I can give myself a bigger sanctuary. So like, let's say I want to give myself 20 points of sanctuary, 20 seconds of sanctuary. Right now, I cannot even swing 4 points. So that's pretty bad. But that's based on the fact that I have a poor, I have a poor illusion school. So I don't have the ability to cast spells very high. I am so worried right now about using any kind of services, because I'm worried about my my goddamn whatchamacallit. I'm worried about losing my recordings for that one reason alone. I don't even want to make new saves for that same reason. But that being the case, let's see what kind of spells she has. Energy Leech, Absorb Fatigue, Shield of Armiger, I don't know. Resist Blight Disease, Flame Guard, Frost Guard, Divine Aid, Wisdom, Fortitude, Mark. That's a good one. I'm going to get Mark. Mark spell is a good one to pick up. Now I just need to find the Recall spell to make it work. I believe I'm going to buy Fortify Intelligence. We're going to do Fortify Intelligence. And if I go to spell making, you can actually choose Fortify Attribute, and then you can fortify any attribute you want. Right now, if I want to do on self, let's say I want to have an extra 10 points. I can do pretty much 40 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. If I want to do Fortify Attribute. Let's say I want to give myself a lot of extra carrying capacity. 10 points is a lot. So 20 seconds at 10 gives me a lot of extra carrying capacity, so that's good too. One thing I want to try though. Where's the spell I just picked up? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wisdom. Here we go. What do I have? I have 150 maximum magic and 132. Cool. So, that spell costs 30 mana, and raising my intelligence 10 points. Well, hold on a second. How does this... Oh, right. I'm a dummy because I have Elfborn, which gives me 1.5 times in. So that gave me 30 extra magic. So, is that right then? No, it's not. Huh. Is it? Does that work right? 10 intelligence points, 30 mana cost. I had 132 mana. It went up 30. It should have gone up 30 and then back down 30. Or does it go up 20? Because 60 intelligence gives me 180 mana. So it gives me an extra 30. Basically by fortifying your intelligence, it's supposed to restore your health. It's supposed to restore the magicka to a comparative amount, but it sort of did. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. But obviously, this is a very bad spell, right? Fortifying intelligence, it doesn't really help in any way. But it allows me to have the Fortify Attribute spell. So here's what I'm going to do. We are going to... Well, I'm not going to do it on screen. But what I can do is... Let's say I want to increase my illusion. And I'll probably end up doing this at one point. So I give myself 1 second, 1 magnitude, point cost 1, spell chance 67%. I can have this spell for illusion training, right? It just gives me 1 point, right? Just 1 point of sanctuary or chameleon or whatever I want to put in here, right? just that 1 point. And the big deal is that it's worth nothing as a spell, except once I make it, I now have a spell called Illusion Training. Also, I did forget something. The chance that shows up here is not necessarily the exact chance, because I think the math that goes through how it works is kind of different depending on how you work it. I don't exactly know how it works, but okay. So I got a spell. It gives me one. It gives me 1 single second of Sanctuary. Worthless, right? Except it's upping up our illusion. 1 single cast gives us 4 points. And if I just sit here and continue to cast this spell over and over again, eventually I'm going to get an extra point of illusion. This is a way that you can buff up a magical spell trait for cheap and easy. But it takes a long time, obviously. How many points you get, I think, is somewhat determined. I think it's somewhat based on... I'm pretty sure it's somewhat based on the level of spell. So, like, if I go to actual Sanctuary, right? And if I cast that, it should give me more. No, it doesn't. So there's really no point. There's no point for casting a harder spell, because as long as you can cast it, it gives you the points. So, like, if I go to... If I have a Mysticism one, right? Do I have another one that's good? Mark, self, spell chance is 13. That sucks. Right? What is my mark at? 49% chance. That sucks. That's not a good one. Pretty sure I have another Mysticism one, right? Besides Mark. Bound Dagger is not a good one because it keeps unequipping your spell casting. I could do Absorb Health. So if I do Absorb Health, you can't absorb health on yourself, so that's not a good one. If I go to spells, what do you got? Absorb Fatigue. You don't have any good Mysticism. Mysticism is hard to level up because a lot of it is target based. And you've got some spells too. I forgot about you. Spell Absorption. Mirror. Absorb Fatigue. So, like, I could buy that for 1,000, but I'd rather not buy a super expensive Mysticism spell. Crimson Despair. Absorb. Cure Blight Disease. Fortify Fatigue. Jesus. Recall. Oh, you've got the Recall spell. That's cool. So we'll buy the Recall spell from you. Alms of the Intervention. If it is actually a good spell to have. So we'll buy that. Magic Guard. Vitality. Fortify Health. Fortify Magicka. Vigor, Fortify Fatigue, Cure Common Disease. I already have that one. And we also do spell making here. If I do Alms of the Intervention on self, I don't think I can even cast Alms of the Intervention right now. Alms of the Intervention. I doubt it's... See? There's Alms of the Intervention. There's an action. Oh, hey, there's a peasant. Little secret. Latest rumors. Oh, there's actually a person here begging for money. That's why these are here. So that's how spell making works in this game, and so it's very useful for creating something like this, illusion training, which allows me to train up my illusion stat without actually having to be in constant combat. And if I have a nearby bed, it's very useful. And I will probably end up doing that for a lot of magic. The hard part is mysticism, because obviously mysticism is not a major skill, and so I get a lot less points from it. I get more points, obviously, from alteration, restoration, destruction. You can also create... you can do fire damage, I believe. Fire damage, 1 point on self, which does no damage to you. I don't... Let's try this. Let us try this. Destruction training. Right? So we just made ourselves a scroll of destruction training. Oh god, I just fucked it up. I don't remember how you can delete spells. I thought there was a button to delete spells. I was pretty sure there was a button to delete. Oh yeah. So it's shift and click. So now I don't want to do that, but if I cast it on myself, boom, I did myself damage. And boom. So you can level up your destruction that way. Each time you excuse me. Each time you cast a spell, gives you 4 points of destruction. And you can just sit here and give yourself 0 damage. And you're just training up the destruction spell indefinitely until it's at the level that you want it to be at. So that's cool too, right? One problem is I don't have anything really besides enchant that levels intelligence. So that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. You know what I should have done besides I should have not done mercantile. I should have not done enchant. I should have done literally anything else. Conjuration, mysticism. Why did I do these two? There was not even reason for enchant. There's not even any reason for enchant. I already have a significant amount of intelligence. God. Anyway, we're going to delete that because I don't care. And we're going to delete that because I don't really... You know what? We're going to keep that. We're going to delete... What are we going to do? Chameleon's not very useful. We'll keep it as it is for now. What I wish you could do is I wish you could just rename it. That would be cool. Veloth's Grace gives you 20 points of healing versus Efficacious Balm, which is... Oh, you know what? This is worthless now because of Veloth's Grace. Right? Yeah. Veloth's Grace restores 20 health all the time. This is 3 to 22. That's effectively worthless now. Bound Dagger, we will never use that. We're never going to use that. But I don't want to get rid of the spell for obvious reason. Father's Hand, 1 to 40 points for 5 seconds. Or Actual Sanctuary, which is 10 points for 30 seconds. That's probably better. So let's delete Father's Hand because we don't need it. Heal Companion. Hearth Heal. Very nice. Mark. Mother's Kiss. Oh. Oh, we don't need Mother's Kiss. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have bought that. I already have this much better one. Rest of St. Maris. Righteousness. Absorb health. For 10 points on self. On touch. Rooms Cure. Sanctuary. Shield. 5 points for 30 seconds versus Dragon Skin. Whatever. Water Walking's fine. And then Fortify Intelligence, 10 points, which is absolutely not even worth the amount of it's not even worth the amount of mana it costs to cast because of how little it buffs up. That's kind of sad, really, when you think about it.
I'm waiting.
But can you tell me more about the temple? Join the temple. Speak with here at the temple. The Tribunal Temple is the native religion of civilized Morrowind. They worship 3 god kings: Almalexia, Saltha Sil, and Vivek. So not Azura. Azura is one of the Aedra. I was wrong. Almalexia is like the goddess of the Dunmer. Vivek is like the god king, living god of the Dunmer. And Saltha Sil was the mightiest wizard and most wise council of the first council. Alexia was the virtuous wife of Lord Nerevar, later the consort of Lord Vivek. Vivek, at once brave and honorable. Lord Vivek is basically like the Jesus of this world. He has all these stories and parables about him. The 9 divines. Many foreigners worship the 9 as gods. They have divine power like the Deja, but they are not worthy of worship. Some are better than others, but none are trustworthy. So that's the temple's view on the divines in the Imperial cult. The temple has their own kind of quest line that you can go on, much like the Imperial cult. You visit the shrines of the different saints, like Saint Realm, Saint Salthasil, Saint Lothus, Saint Realms. You visit the saints and their shrines, and they also give you some rewards for completing their quests. And they're not as like what you would call it. They're not as what's the word? They're not as involved as like the Mages Guild or the Fighters Guild quest lines are. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild are the two that actually give you the most in terms of is this a fake door? Is that just not a door I can go through? Can I go through this door? It's locked, but that's an actual door. That's weird.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Oh, you know what I never did last time we were over here is never checked out the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. Oh, you should rest and meditate on what you've learned. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go do that. Let's go back to the 8 plates. I wonder if my room door is still there. It hasn't been a whole day.
Those boots are ruined.
Oh, God. Oh. Okay. Get to bed again. Rest until healed. Voila, level 4. It is all suddenly obvious to you. You just have to concentrate all the energy and time you've wasted. It's a sin, but without the experience you've gained, taking risk, taking responsibility for failure, how could you have understood? So now we get a 3-point boost to strength, which we will absolutely take. We'll take a point to intelligence. I think it would be better to take the boost to intelligence and willpower, since we use those more often. But then there's endurance as well, and personality might be good. Intelligence only affects our enchant, so we don't have any pressing need to raise intelligence faster than what we are, than how it is. And 150 magicka is great. We have not had any problems with the lack of magicka. Increasing our endurance is necessary for our spear and armor, so we kind of really do need to keep putting points of that. And we absolutely should take advantage of the strength increase because of the ×3 willpower for magic. Personality is kind of important but it's not that high, and so it's not really that important. Alright, sorry about that. My game literally minimized to remind myself of how long I've been wasting on this episode. We're going to go ahead and level up just like this. Boom, we're done. That's all the time we have left for this episode. Next episode! Oh my gosh, how much time did I waste talking just about the temple? Oh my gosh, I wasted so much time talking about the temple. Well, that's fine, because that's what I wanted to do. We'll go and check out some more of Balmora in the next episode. Until then, please leave a like or comment below if you enjoyed the video, and as always, subscribe for more. Until next time, good night.